Today we're doing number 217, contains duplicate with JavaScript. So we're giving an integer array nums, return true if any value appears at least twice in the array, and return false if every element is distinct. So we look at this example, we see that 1 appears twice, so we return true. Here in this example, there's no duplicates, so we return false because they're all distinct. And here we see multiple 1s, multiple 3s, so we return true. So let's think of the different options we can do this. So the first option is the brute force way, where we check every single combination with each value. So we check the 1 with the 2, 1 with the 3, 1 with the 1, and then 2 with the 3, 2 with the 1, and so forth. So we use nested loop, and then that's how we can check. And the time complexity of that is O of n squared. And then the space complexity of that is O of 1, since we're not storing anything. So now we're doing a loop twice, but how can we make this more efficient? So another way is that we can sort the list. And if we sort the list, we do that in one loop, and then we do another loop to see if the value is the same as the previous one. And if that's true, we can check for duplicates that way. So the second option is sorting. Sort, and then loop compare with previous value. So the time complexity of that solution will be O of n log n, because of the built-in sorting algorithm, and then the space will be O of n with the pre-built sorting algorithm. So that's another way we can do it. And the last way of doing this is how can we only loop through this once, and we can keep a set. And with a set, we can loop through this and add each value to the set. And if we see that value again, we know that's a duplicate. So we can use a set data structure. So we loop through and add each value to set if seen before it's a duplicate. So with this, the time complexity will be just O of n, because we're going to loop through it once. And then space complexity would also be O of n, because we're storing a set depending on the length of this input. So with that, since this has the best time complexity and you add some space complexity to reach it, we should go with the set way. But I'll show you all three, but I'll start with the set first. So here we can create a new set. Values equals new set. And then we can loop through nums. We can check if the set value has the value we're looking at. If values has nums I return true. So it has that duplicate, else we add it. And then if it makes it through this loop without returning true, we return false. Great. So the other way is the brute force way. So here we're going to have to do a nested loop. So we do it with the outer loop. And then we do the inner loop. And with the inner loop, we can look at the next value. So we do I plus 1. Now we check if nums I is equal to nums j. That means we have a duplicate, so we return true. And then if we make it through this loop without it, we just return false. I guess it doesn't accept it because that is too inefficient. But the last way to code it up with this is sorting. So we can sort it first. Now we loop through sorted. So we can start at the next value. Then if it makes it through the loop without returning true, we return false. Okay, and that beats the time limit. But those are 3 ways you can solve this problem. Thank you.